How we doing, folks? Gary from Nana's Barn here in Orange, Mass. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to check out the video. Purpose of the video today is to kind of do a little product review for the software that we use here in our store. I've been very happy with how this software has helped us here in the store. As you can see by the screen that I have up right there, it's called Ricochet Consignment software. And I'll tell you, it's phenomenal. It really is. But if you go to RICOconsign.com, that's the website that will bring you to here. And I'm just going to go through it real quickly here. As far as the pricing, if I was to give it a grade, A, B, C, or D, I'd definitely give it an A. And it'll come up here momentarily. Couple different options for you: 29, 69, or 109. Now these prices have just gone up. I think last month it was $19.59 and $99, but they went up $10 each, and as it's still very affordable for what they offer. We here at Nana's Barn use the middle of the road one here, the $69 a month one. The reason for it is we're not quite up to the point where we need the unlimited accounts and unlimited items that you see over here. We're actually allowed 250 accounts, which right now we're only using 61. We have 61 consigners in our store, and 2,500 items, which I thought we were going to have an issue with the 2,500 items, but right now I just looked and we are only at like 650. And as far as the amount of items, it's ridiculous, thousands of items that we have. So that's that. The cool thing between these two, the top two, is this little feature right here, the free consigner login, which I'll explain that in a minute. But there's always the basic one here too. If you're a small store just starting out, or you have a little mom and pop store and everything's the stores, you don't have a bunch of consigners coming in bringing stuff in, that might be the one for you. It only allows 150 items, which might be a little tough. It might be stretching that a little thin. But if you do it smart and you use very generic SKU numbers for your, to kind of group things in together. For example, here we have clothing, okay? A lot of different people consign different clothes, okay? The store number, okay, for our inventory, we have it grouped. So the category is clothing. It's a tax-free here in Massachusetts, and so it's all in one group, okay? The name of it that's going to show up on our inventory and on receipts is clothing item. Very generic. It's not, Nike top or, jeans or anything like that. It's clothing item. Boom. And then it's the price. So if we have, a bag come in and we sell, 30 shirts at $3.99, they're all going to be the same number. It saves us numbers. It saves us time. It's so much easier printing out, 30 labels that are all the same at one zip. Boom, we just hit, 30 quantity and have it printed out, and we can put them all on there, than having to be like, okay, this one is a black Nike t-shirt, make a label, black Nike t-shirt, $2.99, blah, 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 blah. And, it's just so much easier. So if you group those SKU things together by the quantity, as long as you keep in mind that they're all separate consigners, you'll have no problem staying within, the 150, the 150 items, or the 250 item. I mean, the 2,500 items, sorry. So that's the pricing. So again, pricing, I give it an A. It's phenomenal. Okay. Next item, or the next little category, is the consigner usability. Okay, and I may have just made that word up, but I don't care. Consigners, especially with consignment stores, you kind of get a little bit of a bad rep every once in a while because you get one bad consignment shop that isn't truthful, always hard to reach, always hard to get your payment, and that gives a bad name for the rest of us. You know, so with this software, this free consigner login feature that you see right here on these top two tiers, I guess you'd call them. What it is a consigner can go on the website, okay, and it'll pull up a little login screen. When they sign up to be a consigner at my store, they give me their email address and their name and all that information. I punch in the computer, okay, and there's a little box that says, do you want to allow them to log in? I click everyone that gives me an email, I allow them to log in. So what they do is they go on our website, okay, not our website, but the consignment software website. They punch in their email address. Their first time, they don't have a password, they just hit login, okay? Then it'll come to a password creation screen. They make a password so only they can log in. Then it brings them to their account. Now I'm going to show you what they see when it brings it to their account here. Okay, I'm going to bring you to kind of like the store inventory screen. Okay, it's going to come to a screen similar to this one. Okay, and it's going to show you kind of like what information we have on hand, your name and all that stuff, so they can tell us if it's right or wrong or whatever. They'll tell you what your consigner credit is, so whatever we've sold goes into there. It'll tell you what your in-store credit is, so maybe you have a return or whatever, you just want it back as store credit. Maybe you had some rewards from a purchase that they had or whatever, so it goes on to that in-store credit. Both things can be used at the point of sale, which I'll show you in a minute. They can also see their inventory, everything, how it's priced, how many items there are, what's sold, what hasn't sold, so on and so forth. They can print this all out, so they have it all printed out for them. Okay, payout screen, which is basically going to be what items have sold that they haven't been paid for. So basically, what is due for their payment. The next check that they receive or what have you. Okay, and then the account history, which will actually list what items have been paid for, the payments that they've received, and so on and so forth. So this program makes everything so transparent. It's phenomenal. There's no more phone calls every day from a consignor. Well, I mean, there probably still is, but there's no more phone calls from a consignor bugging you. Okay, when's my money going to be available? How much do I have? What have I sold? And having to go through papers and notebooks and files and all sorts of stuff. Honestly, if they want to call you and ask you, this software makes it so much easier, so that you can still answer those questions right away for them. It's awesome. Okay, so again, the consigner aspect of things, I give this thing an A+. It's phenomenal. I haven't had any issues from consigners not being able to log in, unless I type their email address wrong, which I've done that a few times. And again, it's phenomenal. So as far as the point of sale aspect of things, it's very basic. Does everything you need it to do. All right, and it tracks all the sales and everything you need. So when you need to track, how much sales and how many sales tax, sales tax you've taken, it all records that right on the report for you, which I'll show you. Again, this is the register screen. This is where we punch everything in. It shows you can select what you're gonna take in as a payment. A little spot here for the customer. So if for example, say I am the customer, it'll come up with that. Okay, and if you look, let me move my fat head over here. okay? And it has all the information that you're going to need about that customer, okay? How much credit they have on hand, so on and so forth. As far as the register aspect of things is concerned, I give it a B. It is basic. It's not top of the line, but it's very easy to use. Don't get me wrong, and I have no issues with it. It's a basic register platform for you. Nothing special. So that's that. As far as reports are concerned, okay, you go to this and it gives you this whole list of whatever. You go to the reports dashboard, and here's a cool little thing that I like to kind of keep track of. But you look at this little area down here, it'll tell you what the value of inventory that you have on hand. So like in our store right now, we have $32,000, almost $33,000 worth of inventory in our store. Okay, and as you can see, sales aren't doing much of anything today. It's been a kind of a slow week for us, but we get those. But as for the reports, it's awesome. It spells everything out for you. So this is the summary report. It tells you, what you've sold, cash, credit, blah, 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 whatever, total tax, how much the consigners get, how much the store actually gets, and, so on and so forth. If you go to the detail, it'll tell you what sold, what items sold, and all that. You have a holds option. You can hold, so if somebody forgets their money or whatever, you can hit hold. It'll kick it into a hold folder, and you can just go back and help other customers after. And then when they come back, it'll be right there for you. So that's for the reports and everything. I give the reports section a B. Nothing special. It is, phenomenal. And very easy to use. And then finally, inventory. This thing tracks your inventory perfectly. Very easy to input. It does offer an option to print labels. I personally don't like the layout of their labels. They're a little too long. So like if you get a smaller item, they're going to take up a lot of space on the item. But it's very easy to use the Dymo software and make labels on your own, but just use the inventory feature on the software. So again, very good. I give the inventory aspect of this software an A. Very easy to use. It's very detailed, and you're able to do a lot of things with it. And then can't forget support. I've had to contact the support team probably 10-15 times, probably maybe more, and they're always right on the ball. Get back to you within 10, 15, 20 minutes. You can always call them, you can always email them. They have a chat feature where you can chat with somebody. It takes some maybe 2 minutes at most to get to the chat thing and answer your questions. It's phenomenal. I give them an A+ as far as the support's concerned. And so overall, I give the software an A. If you're a store just starting out, or some kind of consignment aspect of things, and you're looking for an inexpensive consignment software, online based, makes everything nice and transparent, this is definitely for you. They do sell hardware for drawers and cash drawers and whatnot. 1 minute, I got a customer coming in here. All right, I'm back. Just final few seconds here. So here's a couple of items. If you look at the screen here, a couple of items that they do offer. They do offer the label printer. They offer a credit card scanner, the barcode scanner, cash drawers, and a receipt printer. So, and they're all relatively priced to what you would find on eBay or whatever. So that's my product review. like it, share it, comment it, subscribe to my channel.